Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever time y'all are tuning in, I certainly appreciate y'all are here. In today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about a safety hazard on one of the buck knives I just recently purchased. Okay, check that out. I cut myself again. It's my own fault though, but it's a safety issue with it. I'll be going over this in this video. We're also going to be repairing this U.S. military Camillus 1977 sent in by Neil from all the way from Burnsville, North Carolina. It's got a broke spring right there, if you can see it. And we're going to use Mr. Edwards. He's also sending me another blade to repair another one of these knives. It's called a demo knife, I guess. But this is going to be the spring I'm using to repair this knife. I'm still trying to stop the bleeding on this cut, guys. But again, it's kind of my fault, but it is a safety issue, and I'll be going over that in this video. So y'all stay tuned. Okay, guys. Again, this is the knife that Mr. Neil sent to us all the way from Burnsville, North Carolina. It's got a broke spring right there. Should be a fairly simple repair, but you never know. Repairs don't always go as planned sometimes, but we got to grind that down and punch that pin out and take the broken spring out, replace it with this spring, and put a new pin in. But this knife is actually in great shape. The knife blade is awesome. I've got a napkin held down by this glove here. It's just in an awkward spot, but we're going to get into that as soon as I go over the safety issue with this buck knife. What it is, guys, is I would not suggest putting anything else in a pocket with this knife, because when I went to get something out of there, it was in my pocket like this, and it's got the pocket clip. When I put my hand in there, I hit that, didn't know it had come out and stayed open on my inside of my pants pocket there. Then when I put my hand back in there, it got me right on that corner right here. It's gonna be all right, but it sliced me twice before I knew what was going on. But it was again, I put my hand in my pocket to get something. I go on this side of the knife, and I must have hit that, and it come in contact with the inside of my pocket and stayed open like that. Then when I put my hand back in there, it got me right here. So if you're going to carry these types of knives, especially with the clip on the butt end of the knife where the blade is pointing toward your hand, if you go inside your pocket, don't put anything else in your pocket. So I learned a valuable lesson today. But it's still a great knife. I love this knife. I've been carrying it for 2 weeks now. And it's razor sharp. That's a buck 112 slim. It's a great little EDC knife. See, my Spitfire here don't have them little thumb flipper on there, so you're okay with this one because your hand can go down there all day long without opening this blade up, you know. But it's just these with the thumb flipper and the clip on the butt end of the knife here. But still a great knife. I love it. I'd carry it. I'm still going to carry it. I just got to be careful. It's just a valuable lesson I learned today. That's what I love about knives, guys. You're always learning. And sometimes pain is the best teacher. It just is. When something hurts you, you remember. You're like, man, I better not do that again. But this knife here, I haven't had any issues, again, because it don't have the thumb flipper on it. It's really slim too. But this, if I had a choice between the two, I'd pick this one here because I absolutely love this knife. Still a great knife. I'm glad I bought the knife. But you just got to be careful when you put this in your pocket and reaching down in there, knowing that your hand can hit that and open it up, and then this gets caught on your pants pocket. And you don't even know it. You go back in there and you hit that point right there. That's what happened to me right here. Got me right in between the two fingers, right and it's an awkward spot, you know. But it's my fault. I should have knew better. It's not the design of the knife by any means. So I still love this knife. I really do. But again, if I had the choice between the two, I'd go with the 722 Spitfire. And they were on sale at Dick's. A subscriber sent me an email and told me. I looked on there. I started to go ahead and buy two, but I didn't. Now they're back up to $49.99 at Dick's. So missed that sale. And so yeah. But anyway, gotta always keep an eye out. But again, guys, these are great knives. The 722 Spitfire. I couldn't say more about this knife. I've fallen in love with it. I fell in love with it as soon as I seen it. But since I've been carrying it now for over a month, I love it. I really do. It's my everyday carry and will always remain my everyday carry until I find something else. But for the price, the way it looks, the way it stays razor sharp, it's just a great knife. And it's durable too. The aluminum is not easily scratched. You can put the clip on each four ends of the knife. And you got a lanyard hole here. I haven't put one in there yet, but I'm probably going to here soon. But guys, I got the email. My custom 722 Spitfire is on its way. I can't wait to show y'all that. Plus my 3 sheaths for my other 3 buck knives. I think 2 buck 110s and 1 buck 112. I'll show all that to you next week sometime. But I can't wait to show you my custom knife. I can't wait to get it. But guys, for the money, USA made. It's durable, very lightweight. I think it's 3.2 ounces. It's just a great knife. Easily opened. Love it. Anyway, let's get to this repair here. Just keep in mind, if you buy one of these knives, be careful when you're putting this in your pocket, because it can happen just like it happened to me. Okay, so now first thing we got to do is grind this down and get the spring out. All right, we got it ground down. Now we got to punch it out. You got to be careful because they are tight in there, and you'll bend that. See how it's wanting to bend right there? You just got to be careful. It's coming though. There we go. See right there? There's a little bent. So now, guys, we are gonna take that spring out. Ever so careful. There it is right there. Now we're gonna put the spring here. We're gonna try to get it right. That looks right there. Don't look the same to me. See, it don't look the same to me. That one looks fatter. So, I don't think it's gonna work. See how these ends are fatter than this end? Okay, here's another one. See, that one don't look as fat either. I think it's fatter than this one though. This might be the one that Mr. Edwards sent in. This might be the one that I had. We're going to try this one here. This is the one that Mr. Edwards sent. This is the one that I had. But I'm going to take it over here on my fiber wheel and just get this rust off real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, now just try to match up how it looks. I think it's like this right here. I'm telling you guys, it ain't the same. It's really fatter in the center too. We're gonna try it though. We're gonna try it out. I would think that the springs would be all the same, but they're not, as you can tell. See, this one's a lot fatter than that one. Thicker. See what I'm saying? See how much thicker this one is than that one? It don't matter if it's barely a little bit thicker, because it matters about the blades being raised up and how they snap. But we're gonna try it out. Just got to get it lined up now. I'm gonna have to tighten that down. See how when it was coming out it kind of bent that, but we can tighten that back up, no problem. Okay guys, we're gonna try to get this thing pinned in. So close. Oh, there we go. Come on, baby. There we go. Man, look at that. Whew. This was a booger bear now. The thing about it is, you don't want to have a bent pin in there trying to force it in like this. There we go. That's enough. See how I bent that? But this end looks straight. All the blades look raised up. We still ain't out of the woods yet, guys. We got to make sure we don't over tighten them and bend them while we're making the heads on them. That mushroom head. Got to be careful not to bend the pin. So we got to pull it down. We're going to grind that flat and pull it down real close and put this in the vise. Anyway, let's test these blades out here. This spring was broken here. Seems to be doing good. 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 Alright. Now we're going to grind this flat. Pull it down as close as we can to make that head and pull it tight and cut this off. Do the same thing. Alright, it's flat now, see? Be careful not to pull it all the way out. That'd be my look. You want to pull it back enough to where you're not bending that pin on the inside. Because when you bend that pin on the inside, it don't want to snap right. Now we're going to have to, we might as well go ahead and cut this off here. Because it's sticking down too far here and hitting that. But that's about how much you want to create that head so you don't bend it in here. Inside here. Because when you bend it inside there, you got the same problem with the blades. They don't want to sit up, they'll sit too low, or they just don't act right. So I'm fixing to cut this off about right there. Then we'll have to cut it again once we make this head right here. And the thing about it is you got to get this tight so that pin won't move down. Got to get it tight enough. And just make that mushroom head right here. Let the hammer do the work. You don't try to bang on it. You just pick it up and down. That's all you do. Just like that. Not too bad, huh? Now we got to cut it off again, real close this time, and do the same thing over here as we did here. We're going to sand that down just a little bit. It's a little too long. That's about what you want right there. Just enough to make that head. You just put this head here on top of this flat surface, and you just start to tap. Again, don't force it. Let the hammer do the work. Okay, we're going to oil it down now. It ain't really all that dirty at all. That spring worked good. Mr. Edwards, thank you so much again. And Mr. Neil from Burnsville, North Carolina. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate this knife. This knife will be in the live auction next week. Again, all the proceeds will be going to Tunnels to Tower Veterans Association, a charity. Okay guys, here it is. Spring worked good. You can see it's still got that little bend in it where I was trying to get that pin out, but ain't no biggie there. It's tight. I could have probably got it tighter, but once you get these tight, and then sometimes when you're trying to get them tight like that, they'll bend in there, and it'll mess the. I'm telling you, the blades won't work right because these springs are strong. That might be why most of the time you find these, it's got a broke spring. But you can tell they work good now. All the blades got good strong snap. But that spring worked. You see it's a little different from the other one. You see that, but it still worked. You see how it's bent down some? But it works good. If you'd pick this one up in a pawn shop or something like that, you wouldn't even tell it was been repinned. I probably could, because it's really hard on these knives when you're grinding that down to not discard the handles. But still, it's a good knife, very good knife. And the blade is in excellent shape. That's why they're supposed to look just like that. Again, it's a 1977 Camillus. As you can tell, these blades here work good now. I just want to thank Mr. Edwards again from Tennessee for the spring. And I want to thank Mr. Neal for this knife from Burnsville, North Carolina. Excellent knife. Good, easy repair. I love to work on these, I really do. But I'm telling you, sometimes in pins, any knife, these pins are hard to get out sometimes. And I think that one was bent already. That's why the spring broke or something. I don't know. But it was just hard to punch out of there. But we got it. It looks good. Well, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I always enjoy working on these knives. I really do. Great knife to have. Great little EDC knife. But guys, don't forget about the live auction night at 6 p.m. this Thursday. We're going to be giving away 3 items. The Baofeng radio, the ham, the little UV5R. We're going to be giving away the Army Tech flashlight, the little elf. And also we're going to be giving away a brand new USA made buck knife. So I'm not going to tell you what kind it is until I give it away. So again, guys, I just want to thank all you guys for tuning in. Remember, safety, guys, on this knife here, it was my fault. I should have known better. It's not Buck's fault. But again, if you reach your hand down here beside that, you could hit that and it come open and grab your pants pocket. Don't even know it. You go back in there, because this is the outside of the pocket. You go back in there. That's where it got me at, right up in here, right between them two fingers there. Not too bad, but enough to make it bleed real good. I don't need no stitches or anything, but it just shaved the hive right off, because I'm telling you, they're razor sharp. Buck has a good edge. They really do. And I sharpen them about once a week to maintain them. It depends on how much I use it now. But I use my Spitfire a lot. So I love this knife. Can't stress enough how much I absolutely love this knife here. Really do. Good knife. The 722 Spitfire. Anyway, guys, I just thank y'all as always for tuning in today. I just want to thank y'all for all the support, and thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you guys. I just cannot stress enough how much I appreciate all y'all, because again, I'm gonna say it again, I might even say it on every video, I have the best subscribers, and that is no lie. And it's not what I do to make the channel successful, it's what y'all do, and I mean that. And so again, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I just want to say God bless y'all, and until we meet again, guys, y'all be like a good night. Stay sharp.